Today we're going to draw Pikachu from Pokemon. Let's jump into it. Okay, let's jump into how to draw Pikachu from Pokemon. As always, if you want the same exact markers or pens that we're utilizing, click the link in the description below to get those products. First, we're going to use our pencils. We always draw out the framework of our character. So what that means is we always do circles or ovals to kind of give us an idea of where it will lay out on the page. Okay, so very first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a circle about here on the page. This is going to be roughly Pikachu's head. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw an oval right here. This will be his one arm. We want to, when we draw with our pencils, we want to not push hard down on them so it makes it dark. We want to do it light so it's just easy for us to draw over with our markers. Okay, next oval we're going to do is his ear up here. And then we're going to do his other ear right here. Yep, feel free to turn your pages if you want. You don't have to always hold your page in the same spot. Okay, next we're going to do his other arm right here, which is going to be another oval. Good job. And then we're going to do his body. So the way we're going to do his body is we're going to do a giant oval down here. And then we're going to draw his arm, the rest of his body out like this. Okay. From here we're going to put his feet in. So we're going to do a little foot there and then a little foot there. Great. Okay, so now we have the outline for Pikachu. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our pens and we're going to start laying out the outline of Pikachu. Okay. So, very first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this and draw this line up to about where his ear is, so right there. Then we're going to go and we're going to take his head and turn it that way. Good job. Okay, and then from there we're going to come down and do the rest of his head like that. Good job. Okay, and then we're going to do his first ear up here. So we're going to go like this. Then we're going to do his next portion of his ear like that. And we're going to add this little half line circle there. Good, and then what we're going to do is we're going to color that all in. Sweet. Okay, next we're going to do his other ear, so we're going to come down like this. And then we're going to bring around the other end of the ear like that. Good, and then we're going to put that same exact line in and then color in the rest. Great. Okay, now from here what we're going to do is we're going to do his first eye, which kind of lines up with the portion of his ear here. So we're going to do the first eye, which is just a circle right there. And then we're going to do his other eye right here. Good job. Okay, and then we're going to find kind of the middle between his eyes, and we're going to go one smiley. Good, and then we're going to do the other one. You're going to want to do yours like here. Good job. Okay, and then we're going to come all the way down and come back up, and that completes his mouth. Okay, and then we're going to do a little half crescent right there for his tongue. Okay, now we're going to do his little tiny nose, and this is kind of like a little, we're going to do a little line right there. Good, and then we're going to make a little tiny triangle underneath. Good job. Okay, now go back to his eye. We're gonna do a circle inside of his eye. Then we're gonna do a circle inside of his other eye. And then we're gonna color in everything except that little circle. That way it makes his eyes really pop out. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here and we're going to do the first section of his arm. So it comes around like this. That way we're kind of drawing him waving at us. Okay, and then we're gonna do the little fingers he has. Good, and then we're gonna come around and draw the other portion of his arm. Good job. Okay, now coming back to his face, we're gonna do a little circle here for his red cheeks. And then we're gonna do another one on the other side of the forearm. Right there. Great, okay, so from here we're gonna do his next arm. And if we look at it, we kind of line up, we're gonna line up with this circle right here. Okay, ready? Come down like this. And we'll do his little fingers. Good, and then we're gonna bring the bottom part of his arm over. Okay, great. Now, this is where we have the rest of our shape here. So we'll be able to shape out the rest of his body. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is his left side. We're gonna go in and then out a little bit. Good job. Okay, next one we're gonna do is we're gonna do his other side. So we're gonna go in and then out. Okay, and then we're gonna do the little line that goes across right here. Good job. And then we're gonna do his feet. So, very first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the outside of his foot like this. Good job. Then we're gonna do the inside of his foot. We're gonna go the inside of that one line that we made right there. Yep. And then from there, we're gonna do his feet. So we'll go feet, feet, feet. Good job. Okay, and then we're gonna do the next foot. So we'll do the bottom part of his foot like that. And then we'll also do the top part of his other foot like this. And then we'll put his toes in, toes, toes. Great, all right, so the last thing we gotta do though is his big tail. So we're gonna draw a line here. And then we're also gonna draw a line here. And then we wanna do a really big line and connect it. Good job. And then we're also gonna do another line right here to do the other part of his tail. Cool. All right, so we have the outline done. This is where we can start coloring him in. All right, obviously Pikachu is very yellow, so we're gonna do yellow everywhere, except the reds on his cheek and in his mouth. So I'll work on the reds of his cheek. Okay, awesome. These look really good. Thanks for taking the time to draw Pikachu with me today. I can't wait to see your Pikachu drawings on Instagram. Make sure you tag Tandys Studios so that I get notified. Also, if you liked today's video, make sure to like and subscribe, and you can watch the next Pokemon drawing video right here.